Superfoods are so exciting. You know, most of you are probably aware that our food supply has become so depleted in nutrition because the soil itself has been depleted. The overuse of chemicals, the way maybe we've been growing food on it, the soil has really been stripped. So a soil that doesn't have the minerals and the nutrients in it to begin with has a much tougher time growing food that's going to have, in turn, that nutrition in it. An example would be at the beginning of the 1900s, 1 ear of corn in its nutritional value, what it contained, was the equivalent of 100 ears of corn today. That's how much the soil has been depleted. So when we talk about superfoods, we're talking about foods that many of them are called wildcrafted. That means they've been growing wild. It's not cultivated soil. It's very mineral-rich soil. One example of the difference might be 52 times the amount of minerals in some of these superfoods compared to regular food that we're eating, if it has anything sometimes. So we have, of course, many areas of the world now that are giving us superfoods that have been used for thousands of years. And now the universities are studying them and looking at what the nutritional qualities are of these foods, as well as looking at why the people in those areas benefited so greatly from them. And we've been fortunate now to have access to many of these foods. Nutrizon is one product that I love. In fact, I took some today because I didn't get time to eat lunch. And but you know, when for women who hit midlife, the one thing they often feel, besides a shift in hormones, is just they're dragging. The mental clarity isn't there, the energy's down. That's the adrenals that are just getting worn down, not just from having babies, but just from the stress of life and all the activity and other stressors, which can also be poor nutrition. Nutrizon contains maca, which is a root from South America, which is very good for building the adrenals. And it's formulated in such a way that it really helps to balance the system, bring up the energy right away without the sugar rush. It's not like a super sweet drink. In fact, it's for some people who don't like sweet drinks, they like it just this way. I add a little stevia to mine and some water because it is concentrated, but it also helps you relax, focus. The first time I took it, I didn't notice so much with it. And then I had an event where I was under a lot of stress, and I thought, well, here's the test. I heard this is really supposed to enhance your mood. And I took 1 ounce of it in water, and boy, it just mellowed me right out. It was, so I love this product. I use a lot of different products. This is one I'll always keep around. I do like to switch off between different products because sometimes the body becomes too used to it, and it's a good idea just to change to make it more effective. But you will hear the word adaptogenic used with some formulas, which means the body doesn't build up a resistance to it, and it will continue to be adaptive in the way the body recognizes and uses it. So this is adaptogenic. Also, another formula I have here, Tunguska Blast, is also really good for the endocrine system, the adrenals, for energy. And it's based on a Russian formula. Came out in the 1950s, an area in Russia where they actually had meteorites hit, very mineral rich. And it's a blend of a wide variety of herbs, wildcrafted from that area. And it was used by the Russian athletes back during those years. And during international competition, the assumption was being made that the athletes were using steroids and other illegal drugs, and they were tested to find, in fact, they were not. And it was later found out that this particular formula that is being utilized in Tunguska Blast was what they were using. So wonderful drink. It has a really mild sweetness to it. but made out of many different Russian herbs and roots and so forth. The other formula I have here, and I have taken, and I have friends who've just had miraculous results with the Cardio Cocktail, is based on the 1997 Nobel Prize formula for formula that contains L-arginine. L-arginine is an amino acid. Amino acids are what make up proteins, but this particular one is naturally occurring in our arterial walls in small amounts. But you know how it is when when our cells are not operating the way they should, and in other words, they aren't being so youthful, we're not having so much of that L-arginine. What they found was the L-arginine actually helps to melt plaque off of the arterial walls. And this formula is designed not only to give you the L-arginine, but the other nutrients that need to be with it, so that besides opening up the arteries and getting circulation going, it's rebuilding the arteries. So again, think about detoxifying the cells, making them more elastic, and of course the arterial walls need to be strong and they need to be elastic. So the nutrition is here to do that. Many conditions have been helped with it that depend on good circulation. And that's all I will say. I won't get into talking about any particular diseases, although I do have a friend who had very serious condition that because of her buildup of plaque in an artery near her kidney. And so she, in fact, she had several strokes. And after she got out of the hospital, she started using the product. And as she continued to see her doctor and was on high blood pressure medication, they kept backing down our medication because she kept getting better and better. And now, a year after being in a very serious condition, the doctors just cannot believe that blockage is gone, and her function is so good that she's now off of her high blood pressure medication. This has also been real helpful for men who may have some dysfunctions that require better circulation. And so it has a wide variety of benefits. Again, go back to every cell on the body and the fact that good circulation is really important, including our vision, blood flow, all of our organs, and so forth. Just wonderful product.
Hi, this is Tina T. Mary C. Hoyer Wellness Consultant has an entire session in our premium anti-aging coaching course where she shares more of her knowledge and wisdom to help us keep more of our youth longer. Her stated position is we are only as young as our cells are. To find out more about our premium anti-aging coaching course, please go to www.coaching.consciousantiaging.com. Thank you for listening. This is Tina T. signing off. See you next visit.
Growing in our lives every day.